Hello everyone, welcome back to our Unity Learning video series. In our previous video, we started scripting a custom behavior for our cube and we saw how the start method and the update method gets executed. And now let's try adding more controls to our script to make a cool behavior. Let's add an integer called counter. Now when you add variables in public access modifier, you can access those variables in the inspector as well. You can see there is a field that has the counter variable with an input field for the number ranging from negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay, now let's use the start method to initialize the value of the counter as 0. Now let's try using the update to add 1 for the counter in each frame. And let's try to add some conditional logic to our counter. Let's add an maximum integer and when the counter is larger than the max value, let's reset the counter into 0. To check it, let's add the debug log as well. Now back in the editor, you can see the max value field. You can add values to these variables in the inspector. Let's add this 100 and this 100 will be accessed by the code during update. So let's go to play mode. In the console you can see that the number of debug log count is increasing and in the inspector you can see that the counter is increasing up to max and resetting at 0. Now we have a small timer which gives a debug log at the max wait time. So let's try adding more functions to the timer. Let's try adding a set of colors using an array of colors. This color class is Unity's representation of RGB colors. Now if we check our inspector, you have an array with 0 elements. When we give a number, let's say 5, you get 5 fields to add colors. Now we have a set of colors and a timer to trigger some action. So we already changed the color of the cube using a material and attaching it to the mesh renderer's material property. So to access that, let's add the material variable to our code. Now we need the method to access the cube's mesh renderer and go to the material from code. We can use Unity's getComponent method to access the renderer like this. In angle brackets, you can give the component class, which is the renderer, and from the renderer you access the material. Now when the game starts, the code reads the material property from the getComponent method and assigns it to the mat variable. And now we can do some actions in our timer. Let's define another integer as a reference to what color the cube gets as color ID. We can use Unity's random.range method to assign a random number to this color ID variable. Random.range, and I need to get a random integer out of this method. So it should be between 0 and the length of the color array. Let's try the second option. Int min, int max, exclusive of the max. Okay. So between 0 and colors array dot length. Okay. Now we have a random ID that can be taken from the colors array, and we can set the color by material dot set color method. So mat dot set color, and there's an option to add the name, which is underscore color, and we can provide the color sorry, not this way. We have to pass the color that is in the color array. We have to pass the exact color. So you get the colors array and pass the ID. Okay. Okay, now we have a timer, a way to change the cube's color, and now we have to set the colors in our color array. So in our inspector, we can click on these black color bars and select a color and close it. Okay, now we have a set of colors in our inspector, and they have to be accessed in the code. Okay, so let's go to play mode. Right, I think you can see that every time the timer is triggering, we are getting a different color, a random color from the colors array. Now I'll stop my video from here. In the next video, we will add more functionalities to our behavior script. Okay, see you.